So this is going to be a really thorough video because I'm taking another one here, showing you some more steps, trying to not video the really boring stuff like where I'm putting the blaster back together. So I already did all that, and really that just includes using a little metric Allen wrench and a screwdriver. So that's what I've done here, put everything back together. Of course, I had video to reference, but otherwise take pictures so that you know if you're worried about remembering where things go. And I showed you I was just going to reroute the wire through up here. All I did was take a little sander to sand it, just a power sander that let me sand it open enough to get that wire through there to make a little hole. Since it was right next to this hole, I didn't want to try to drill a hole. I thought that'd be harder. Marked this where I need to cut it, so I haven't cut that yet. Like I said, I have a little, jumpers like this or whatever you want to call them that are going to give me the extension that I need here when it comes to the length to get to the battery compartment, which is just going to be down here in the front. So that'll go on fine. So really the next steps are just to feed this through here. Make sure I line up that barrel. All right. This will come down on here. Just making sure that plug stays out of the way. Just going to go down all the way on here. Actually do it like really good push and tight. All right, so like this was a little piece I added right here to kind of fill this gap. We're going to go ahead and drill. I've already drilled the hole. That's going to go straight down through here, basically into the actual base unit, whatever we want to call this. Now, what I was intending to do, and I kind of forgot, was I was going to make this extra long so that it goes even further on just for support, but I think we're going to be okay otherwise. So you can see up here, you got your battery. So your battery is actually going to go in here. And I do have a battery I'll show you that will fit an 11.1. For now, I'm just going to kind of fold this up here. And then this piece is just going to slide on here. And this piece, bottom piece, is actually going to be what you would remove to access the battery. There's this hole right here where we're going to end up putting some sort of bolt through or something. And then again, that also adds stability because it's up hard against there. So that'll help too. So I'll drop that screw in right there. We'll push this flush so that angle goes right to the end like that. And then there's going to be a little screw or bolt that we're going to go through here. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to use for that. Of course, when you download the STL file for the Strikeface part, it does tell you the exact part that they recommend. I always end up using something that I have around. So that kind of shows you pretty close to what the finished product's going to look like. I'm going to cut that barrel off so that stays flush with the Strikeface. Move these in, but you got a really good idea right now as to what the finished product will look like. And if you are a perfectionist with your 3D printer, you will make these plastic 3D printed pieces look even better. I just am not a perfectionist with my 3D printer. I like it to look good, but I just don't have the hours to spend on perfecting 3D printers, and it seems like that's a hobby in itself. So I'll give you guys the STL in the description for this whole Strikeface is one thing, is one file, right? I did have a little piece here that I fabricated myself to fill this gap, so you'd have to figure something out there. These are separate file. These are separate just type of, rail. That's, I think, technically labeled for a G36. Not that that matters. And then this is one long rail cut in two pieces that was actually technically labeled and made for the Chris Vector top rail. So I'll put those files in there. That kind of gives you an idea. I'll even try to remember to put this file because that's a separate one too. But there's several different options you could use for that. So that just kind of shows you how I take some of these different airsoft ones and adapt them. This luckily did not really take any type of, or very little, if any, really modification to the actual blaster. You know, we just took parts off. There's sometimes where there seems to be a lot of modification needed to the blaster. So that was kind of cool, and that's got a good one to show you. So anyway, I hope you guys like it. I'll do one final video once it's all together and pretty and cleaned up and ready to shoot, so we can shoot it. Since I didn't mess with the barrel and make it longer, I think we'll still see, 230 FPS with it. But you never know. Anytime you mess with them, it almost seems like they never get faster, but they look cooler. So that's, hey, what are you gonna do? This was the 11.1 volt battery that actually does fit in there. I've already checked it, and this blaster's totally fine with 11.1. This battery I've shown you in some videos, and there's some links to it on Amazon. I think you can get a pair for around $22 with the chargers. So if you're looking for an 11.1 that will fit in there, I actually believe that you won't have any problem with the stock cylinder battery either. I think that's this one right here. Oh no, this is 11.1. The stock battery that comes with this is actually a little bit shorter, so that should fit in there too. So, and that's a 7.4 that comes with it. All right, guys, so questions, comments, please post them below. Otherwise, please like and subscribe, and please participate in all the giveaways. Thanks for the support.